the hobby floor to the breaking news, chasing big hits and vintage views. Wax the grails, we're calling it straight. Talking cards, a hobby, every debate. Nick and Dan, yeah, they're leading the way. Brock's got the knowledge every single day. Devin's bringing Razzes, keeping things alive. Corliss is here too, now the whole crew's arrived. Collectors, flippers, breakers, investors, Hall of Famers, and tomorrow's contenders. Whether you're ripping packs or hunting that gem, pull up a chair, let the conversation begin. Between the slabs, where the hobby comes alive. From Pound Sports Cards, keeping cardboard dreams alive. With Roth, Razzes, Corliss Cards in the mix. Every week we're talking hobby trades, debates, and biggest hits. This is Between the Slabs.
Do you like that?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Devin, we got to play that at your wedding on Saturday on the dance floor.
I was
already
gonna say
said DJ.
we play at the next PAL shows, and that's like entrance. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to go for more of a 80s rap, but that's what came up.
That sounded like more Miami Vice.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Miami Vice mixed with Michael Jackson. We'll take it.
Yep.
So, hey, everybody, welcome Between the Slabs. We are, tonight's topic is going to be MLB trades, maybe a little NFL talk in there, too. I'm Nick, got Dan, Devin, and Nick Corliss is back. He's part of the crew now. So we're going to get at it here. So first thing, we want to do is just talk about, let's talk about who, it was big yesterday. There was a lot going on. A lot of trades in and out. So we'll go right into it, okay? Richmond. What do you think? Good or bad?
Oh, Red Sox smacked that out of the park.
Did they need to? Do teams go after trades now just to do it? Or do you really think they're just looking for that 1-year rental just to make the last push?
Well, I'd have to look in. I don't know his contract too well, but like the Orioles already had Samuel Basallo, who just has emerged as more of a power bat, which you want out of a catcher. You're not going to be the best defensive catcher. You better smash the ball, and his home run total is 2-1. You know what I mean? In only I think like 15 or 20 more games, he has like 9 more home runs. So
I think it's a combination of both. I think that, like you asked if they needed to do it, like I think sometimes they're looking at a guy that they think could be like the missing piece. But I also think sometimes that they want to jolt a fan base a little bit. Like sometimes with some of these moves that come in, like to reference a Phillies one, like I remember like Hunter Pence was like Mr. Let's Eat. Like they got the area like pumped up. I don't know. Sometimes I think they do have that in mind. It's a business at the end of the day, like anything else. So,
do teams who don't do anything, does it look bad on them? Do you think like if you're making a run, do you?
We're going to get into that, and the Yankees doing absolutely all the money and all the prospects that they have. They could have did whatever they wanted, and they did absolutely nothing.
Is that a bad thing, though?
Yeah, when you got guys, you look at it like you want to go to the fan base. You play in the Sydney Yankee Stadium and watch a game.
Yeah. I think
cheapest seat in the house is a couple $100. Cheapest seat in the house.
I think from everything I read too, Yankees were actually in hot pursuit of Adley, and I think that's part of it. Sometimes it's not like the teams need a guy, but it's more like who else is interested in him.
Playing keep away.
Yeah, drafts like that, trade deadlines like that. There's another guy I think that got traded to a team, and it was kind of a similar boat. It was more so, do we need the guy? No, but do we want to play against them come postseason? The answer is also no, especially against a division rival. Think like Orioles moving Adley to the Red Sox, like that's a division foe. Yeah, like that's a whole other market. Like if you're willing to give up a guy to a division foe, it's for good reason on their part. Like obviously they weren't that high on him anymore for his contract, and for the Red Sox, it's like if you want to be in the postseason, do you want the Yankee? Like, do you want him to fall into Yankees' lap? Like, no, you're gonna bid against them, and apparently they bit higher.
I just think what hurts too is like you said, when does it make teams look bad if they don't do anything? I think it compounds it with like when they, let's say, have like a super huge glaring need, the fact that there is like no salary cap and they don't go out and do something to fix that glaring need, and they're still like in the playoff mix. I think it does look really bad. I mean, it's like it's almost like they're kind of just saying like, all right,
Yeah, it's
Nope.
just like
Dan's out again.
All right, looks. That's like just like being on the other side of people, teams that are selling that are in the race, like the Tigers. You know what I mean?
Now, Devin made a point where he said a lot of it is teams might be playing almost like keep away to keep other teams from getting somebody. And this will take us to the next guy who Corliss was a little upset about was Luke Weber. Did the Brewers move him to Pittsburgh, and did Pittsburgh grab him just to, because they didn't want teams like the Phillies, the Dodgers making that deal? Do you think that has anything to do with it, or that's just like, hey, that's really just who wanted him at this time?
No, you could be absolutely right. I could entertain that. That makes perfect sense because it's like, hey, you can't have them, but we can. It's not like anybody doesn't need pitching. You always need relief pitching. Mm-hmm. Adding somebody in a bullpen is never a bad option. But like I said, I was talking to a buddy before, like right before we go on. This one like totally slipped by me, and like it just like wow. And I looked at the numbers, and it's just literally hands down the best guy on the market goes to a team that needed a bat, not a pitcher. So
and Pittsburgh pretty much has no shot.
Well, I think they're like 3.5 games out. There's 2 or 3 teams ahead of them, including us.
So if they make a run, it could be possible. If they make
a
run.
He could be useful. But it, like you say, it wasn't more like, we're just going to take the deal and send him to Pittsburgh. That way we don't have to face him at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Pittsburgh can make the playoffs and play the Brewers. The Brewers make the playoffs, so.
And it's also surprising that they're another division rival, and like Brewers are a buyer. They should have been a buyer. The fact that they didn't try making any moves when they're leading the division and still could use a couple pieces to get there, like that was surprising to me. That they decided to be a seller and not a buyer.
And I think a lot of it has to do with just cap space. And are these all 1-year rentals, or is it like Pittsburgh? And I haven't seen Weaver's contract. Is he a free agent at the end of this year, or does he have a few years left on him? If he has 2 or 3 years left, that might not be a bad deal by Pirates getting him. And the Brewers are probably just trying to dump money to get bats.
Yeah.
Dan must be just totally out of it. I mean, he bailed. He must be getting
some
text from work or something.
Yeah. Something more important.
So, all right. While we have a little time while we're waiting for Dan here, I'll do a little advertisement here. So, we all do some eBay posts every once in a while, and if you do post to eBay, you can use a site. It's called Cardluma. It's a good site. You scan, you put them on. AI detects it, knows exactly what it is. It tracks all your purchases. It does everything on that your eBay dashboard does, but it puts them right on your site there. And if you go on there and you use the code PALSPORTS30, you get 30% off for your first 3 months. I use it. I can list about 100 and some cards in less than 5 minutes. It does it that quick and easy, and it keeps reports and everything for you. It's a great tool if you use eBay. So if you use eBay, give them a try. It's a great alternative to Card Dealer Pro. And Dan's gone. There's Dan. Now he's back again.
What's going on?
Dan, what's going on, man?
Dude, I use my phone and I have it on Do Not Disturb, but people will like triple call me and then it like kicks me off.
Your hotspot in your phone. Your phone's your hotspot.
Yeah.
People.
I know.
People, listen. When Dan is on here, leave Dan alone.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
There's nothing urgent. Okay,
That's right. That's
There's
right.
nothing urgent. All right, it doesn't matter if the 5th grade basketball team needs another jersey tomorrow. That can wait till later.
That's
Okay,
right.
Leave
They'll
Dan
get it.
alone.
Trust the process.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is so. Dan, while you were away, we were talking about Luke Weber going from Milwaukee to the Pirates. Was it another issue of just keep away, or is it a good move by the Pirates to try to snag him, especially if he has a few years left on his contract? If he's a 1-year rental, honestly, I have no clue what the Pirates are doing. But if it's a multi-year, if he has a few years left, I think it might be a good deal for him. Okay, let's go out west, hit up the West Coast. Devin, we'll let you start on this one.
Yeah.
Casey Mize with the Padres.
Yeah, that's another one. I don't know. Like, Padres obviously are a buyer, competitive every year around, but some of these teams are just on a fire sale. I don't know why. I would say I guess he was the second highest starting pitcher available on the market, or at least to get traded. So good pickup for the Padres. Kind of bolsters their lineup, their pitching. They've always had strong pitching, so good move on their part.
The one thing I never understood about a lot of teams that go after starting pitchers who might already have, say, 3 guys. Like, people were all over the Phillies a little bit yesterday because they didn't go after another starting pitcher. Come postseason, your 4 and 5 guy are in the pen. You don't need 5 starters come the postseason. So if teams are trying to get that 4th pitcher right now, unless they're so many games behind and they're really worried about the stretch of getting there, I think it's a waste of money. Waste of time, waste of money for them. If they know they're already going to get in, if they're already going to get in, you don't need those. You don't need 5 starting pitchers. So why does everybody always go after starting pitchers? Because if you're good, you already got probably a 1, 2, and a 3 right now. You know, nobody just has a single one good pitcher and is pretty good. Nobody is. So why are they going after? What's the deal?
I think what happens is maybe they don't trust that number 3 as much as they would lead on. Like if you get into the postseason and like you said, like your 4 and 5 guys often head to the pen. But if you have like a 3 or a 4 right now that's like super up and down for you in August, you're probably thinking like we might need to bring somebody in. If somebody's better or just as good, he might be, you see a lot of these postseason games. They're 3-0, 2-1, 2-0, 1-0. Like, I don't know. I think it's that pitching has just become the premium more and more each year in the playoffs.
Or that they looked across town and Dodgers keep just adding pitcher after pitcher after pitcher, and they don't have a choice. They're in the same division. They have to make some kind of splash. Like the Machado, the Machado deal might go down as one of the worst contracts of all time. So like, how do you get the spotlight off of that? Oh, we're going to bring in a really good pitcher. We're trying.
Yeah.
Maybe sell a couple of more tickets this year, or because I don't see the Padres doing anything at all this year. So that's the only thing is it's get butts in the seats, sell tickets, make it look like you're actually doing something. When the Dodgers you can't keep up with the Dodgers, but you got to make it at least look good, on the surface.
That's the end game, isn't it? Butts and seats. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it's also important. I would say for the 4th pitcher, just like in the playoffs, you at least need a guy that
you need a guy.
You need a guy that can get innings, that can pitch a couple innings. You don't want to if your starting pitcher gets chased early, you want a guy that can at least take up a couple innings where you're not exhausting your whole bullpen in a playoff series where you might need those guys over, a multiple game stretch. So I always think back to Phillies a couple years ago when they traded for Syndergaard. I was like, we were banking on him to be like our 5 guy, and he made his playoff appearances and didn't really pan out all that great, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next guy up is Mayer, going from Red Sox to the Giants.
Yeah, I think this was a big one for the card market. I think he was the fourth overall pick back in 2021. So Marcelo Mayer, uh, guys that were high on him, I would say their card market probably took a little bit of a hit. Um, Seems like once these prospects get up to the majors and especially dealing with injuries, I think he's been kind of on that injury train for a bit. It's tough. Um, Red Sox had a couple decent outfielders, Roman Anthony, Duran. So I don't think they really needed him. So to move on from him and get some prospects back, shows how they felt about him long term.
Yeah, I
So
think
is go ahead, Dan.
I was just gonna say I think Devin kind of hit the nail on the head. Like he was kind of the odd man out in that rotation a little bit to the point where it's like, let's get something, of good value for him. And that's another avenue with these trades where sometimes like they're head scratchers where you're like, I can't believe they traded that guy. He's so young. He's got such, and it's like, you know what? Maybe they kind of see like the next couple years, it's just going to be, he would just kind of be like in the rotation of the platooning and stuff like that. So they take a risk and ship him out. But I think that's the best way to describe that trade was just them realizing like, this might be the best value we could get for him at this time.
Yeah, and we do that all the time, don't we, with stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like take the loss just to get some of the capital back.
Yeah.
All right, so while we're kind of on that, Devin said a little bit about his rookie card. Which ones do you go after? Like which? So say we want some of these guys who got traded, and we're going to go get the rookie cards. Or do you guys base it on? Do you look more for some autos, some chromes, or maybe just like the Bowman paper prospects? What do you go after when you think some of these guys might jump a little bit in the market?
RPAs and when it comes to baseball, a lot of first because people don't like when going first. It's more of a, I think more people when in the baseball market enjoy the Bowman first. It's not a rookie. It's also not tied to a team. Like it was like when his first pro card. Nobody knows what's going to happen to him after that. Mm-hmm. I think that's why they hold value like they do because it doesn't matter what team he goes to. It's literally his first pro card. So I think that's the aura that comes with the first pro card. And who doesn't love a nasty patch with an auto?
Yeah.
I think there's two avenues I would go.
I would agree. I think baseball. I think like their first official product. I think like the Bowman Chrome. I think they're kind of the most I would say get the most for your value. Autos are a little steady, but they can also be a little hit or miss. Legends don't sell for what you'd think for, especially in baseball. You can get some like Hall of Fame guys for cheap for what they should be. So I think like their chrome rookies are always a hot one to go with, especially in the graded PSA 10s. Like they're just gonna hold value.
So you said legends and Hall of Famers don't hold. They don't go for as much as you thought. Are you talking about like newer autos that come out of them, or are you talking about more vintage stuff?
A little of both. I mean, I have like a Miguel Cabrera auto right now, patch auto from like 2008 or something like that. It's only $100 card. Like it kind of blows my mind that the comps aren't higher on it. But I have a David Ortiz rookie auto from when he was on the Twins. I know a lot of people don't even know he was on the Twins, but like $60 card. It's just kind of shocking.
Do you think any of that has to do with like? I'm trying to figure a good way to explain this. I like buying some vintage guys because those are cards that I wanted when I was a kid. Do you think anything in like the 2000s to like to like 2015, something like that? Do you think a lot of those guys are just like they're in that tweener where the guys who were kids at that time aren't really old enough to want them back again, or it's just lost?
I don't know if I would go into like the 20 teens because like they got like Mike Evans, Larry Fitzgerald. Like Mike Evans' RPA still carries very good value. Got one 2 weeks ago, it's numbered I think like 249 or 299. It's a $200 card. So like I think some of those guys, it's more like a position player. I think like pitchers, like when it comes to baseball, pitchers and hitters have a totally different market when it comes to, especially with that the older players. Like Piazza sells pretty well. You know what I mean?
I'll agree with that.
But,
Especially
anything
in
I
this
get, if I
area.
can move it.
but it's not even just in this area. It's just in general, his cards sell for more. But you can get a Frank Thomas of the same exact card for half price.
Yeah, he's one of the most underrated guys right now. Is Frank Thomas? I mean, the guy was a monster and a beast, and nobody wants his stuff.
It's not even
You know?
nobody wants it up. It's just not valuable, which makes no sense compared to these other players and the number that they put up when they played.
I mean,
some guys sign too much too. Like Frank Thomas, he's in every product that seems.
Yeah, and he was doing those extends commercials too. Those were a little suspect. Like you can't call yourself the big hurt, and then you're doing extends commercials. Like,
it was low T, man, low T.
It wasn't.
All right.
Extends, totally different thing, man.
Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, it's a picture. So you can go to the gym and work out harder, bro.
You'll get there someday when you get to our age, Dan.
No, listen, hey, like I'm not in the position to critique anyone's physical appearance. I just more so meant like those commercials were very cringeworthy. Like, maybe I don't know.
I laughed every time they came on.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just think about it, you laugh.
Yeah, they're just so cringe
about it. Yeah, it's like, yep.
He's like, ladies, I'll tell you.
Too for the money. Yeah, so much money. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's all about the money, right?
If they're going to pay me, I'll do a low T commercial too.
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
$20 is $20, no matter how you make it.
Yep.
All right, let's go back. We're going to hit back over to the East Coast. We're going to go to our local team.
Oh.
All right, here we go. This is where we're going to get some heat now, okay? Arias to the Phillies. Do you like it or do you not like it?
Shuffling the whole defense. Needed pitching. Needed a right-handed bat. I understand he's the best hitter in the National League, but he's left-handed. And
do you think Derek Hill
around?
Derek Hill threw a big look at me last night after he hit that grand slam, like, hey, you guys aren't playing me now, type thing? Do you think that had a little motivation for him or no?
I'm thinking more of like for him, it was like, let me see if I can like put a name for myself going into next year, because I think he's an end of the year guy anyway. So,
and for the playoffs, I mean, you're gonna need an extra bat in the playoffs. You're gonna roll just more than 3 outfielders, especially when Marsh 2 of them are lefties.
I just feel like with
they gotta make it first.
I do.
Just keep that in mind. After these moves, you're telling me this makes you feel more confident that even being a game or 2 out, that you feel confident that they're going to make the playoffs?
Are they 3 out of the wild card spot right now?
No, they're in as of right now.
Oh, they're in. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw something on SportsCenter this morning. It had them like 3. I don't know if that meant from
Atlanta,
the division or wherever. Yeah.
They're 3 from the top wild card spot, but they're in the. So if you look at their schedule, they have a favorable August for the most part, and then September is brutal. I mean, they have a brutal schedule in September where it's like
favorable. What do you call favorable? Like they just played the Nats and the Marlins and struggled.
Well, I mean, I would say with some of it's playing the Nationals again, like getting them again.
The Blue Jays, I know that coming up.
Then they have what was the other one? It was another team out west that's like 15 games under 500.
I know,
but
they
it's
got
like
St. Louis next weekend. I think.
Yeah. So I mean, when I say September's tough, I'm saying like Brewers. I think twice in September, once or twice. The Braves. It's like I think August now is the time to stack these wins and just kind of hold on tight and get into the playoffs and see what happens. I mean, they're not going to catch. They're not going to. I don't think they're going to catch Atlanta. I just don't. I mean, they're down 7 or 8 games.
You got him in. You got him in. You're
Oh
allowed.
yeah,
You're no questions.
no
You're gonna
questions
make
asked.
it.
They're making the
You're gonna
playoffs.
make it. You have no questions about the bullpen, the starting pitching, or the right-handed
Oh,
hitter.
dude. I mean, for sure, there's questions. I
Just
mean, but I still
Corliss' whole
think
list.
I still think that with what they have, that they should be a wild card playoff team.
Well, they should be, but
they
will they
should.
be?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
will be. They will be.
They shouldn't have had the last like 2 weeks they had either, but they did. If they don't light it up in August, they're toast come September.
Dude, I mean you look at 2022. I mean, everyone was giving up on them the last
2022 team.
I'm serious though. It's just that's baseball. You just get in and you get hot and you see what happens. Like to me it's like I don't know, everyone's with like the sky is falling like, "Oh, you really think they could get in?" Yeah, I do. I mean, they're paying multiple guys hundreds of millions of dollars.
I think they can get in too, but will they get in? That's the question.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know?
They'll
No,
get
no,
in.
you
I
can't.
I second Dan here. They'll get
All
in.
right, thank you. Thank you, my king.
We're in it.
Wow.
I mean, I'm getting ripped apart in the junkyard here because
Ain't nobody ripping you apart. We're
It's
just putting
not-
facts on the
no,
screen, but it's
I-
not ripping you apart. It's putting
There's
facts out
there's
there.
no
You
there's
gotta
no
read it.
questioning.
but
like,
what are the facts? Like what are the facts?
the
the
facts
facts
are the facts
the-
are we got better at the trade deadline. The
Yeah.
Phillies got better at the trade deadline.
And I would say the
No
other fact
arguing
is that if the season ended today, they would be in the playoffs. So I
All of
think
them
that
got better.
I
Okay,
think they
Clarify
I think
that.
they can sustain that.
All right, they got better. Did the bullpen get good enough though? Okay, because getting better for that bullpen wasn't hard to do, but is the bullpen good enough now?
It's not even
Okay,
just the
or-
bullpen. You even think about 4 and 5 too are just struggling so bad. 4 and 5 starters are struggling so bad, and we're all out here. We were just talking about how you don't need a 4th, 5th starter for playoffs, but you got to get there first. You need.
They were
them 4 and
extremely
5
happy
during
with
the year.
Painter. They thought Painter was the man the other night after, down in Baltimore because he had that start. Now the first inning wasn't pretty for him. I remember I was watching that game and I was like, oh, here we go. I was like, this guy just got called up and he's getting shelled in the first inning already. That's always whenever the bullpen comes in, it's like you hold your breath. It's been that way for years now. And I put that on their front office. They have not made their bullpen better in years.
And you go out and get Duran at the trade deadline. You would think in the offseason they would do something to bridge that gap from the starters to him.
Yep, you would think.
And it's just overpaying players that don't need to be here, like Taijuan Walker contract. I bet Dan's probably a Nick Castellanos guy.
Yeah,
Probably.
come on.
It's probably one of his favorite Phillies of all time.
Uh,
Still
come on
paying
now,
him.
that's
You
great.
might as well just call him. You're already paying him. We're still paying him. Why
Don't
can't
do.
you
I
just
mean,
call him?
listen. I thought the
Come back.
unbuttoned shirt was cool, but don't put me as a.
Was he on the 2022 team?
He was. He was on
Of
the
course he
22.
was.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
There you go.
I
That's
sat
when
right
he first
behind.
got here. That's when he
I
first
don't know
sat
how you
right
guys
behind his
remember all
brother
that
in the World
stuff.
Series game.
I mean, dude, you can't. I mean,
That team
Corliss,
wasn't
where
supposed to be in the playoffs. That team wasn't supposed to be in the playoffs.
Nick Corliss, where do you? I need to know because you are. I'm like you're like a godfather, like one of the 5 families of the Philly sports fans in this area. Like, where do you put the Rhys Hoskins bat slam in Philly's playoff history? I mean, is that even remotely in your top 10 of your lifetime?
Oh, 110%.
All right, good.
All
right.
It's close, but yeah.
All right, that's all I needed to hear.
Talking about like Phillies playoff moments or
Yeah.
like Philly sports teams.
No, Philly's playoff moments.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much. 08. So
Yeah.
I remember 08 like it was yesterday. For
Yeah.
from 04 to 12, I went to an average of 30 games a year.
Yeah.
Dan,
My
you have to
wife-
erase
Before
one.
kids, before my daughter, my wife and I, we would go all the time. I worked third shift, and I was off Thursday, Friday. So it's Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Dan, if you got to erase one guy from Philly sports history, Rhys Hoskins or Carson Wentz, who's getting erased?
Oh, I mean, come
Because
on.
they're both your boys. You're
I mean-
fanboys of both of them.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, Reese, like Carson Wentz, isn't my favorite Eagle of all time. Reese is my favorite Philly of all time.
You'll never be able to guess my favorite Philly.
It's not. Is it Lenny Dykstra?
Nope.
No.
He's
No.
second.
Gary Matthews Jr.
Senior, you mean. Senior.
It's a good guess. But ready for this one? You might have to look him up because you might not even know who he is. Sal Fasano.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
He was the man with his big mustache.
Oh,
I was
my
one of,
God.
I was one of Sal's pals out in right field.
Sal's
man.
oh my god.
Now I
Sweet.
know why you're pal sports.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. He would play on the last name. It was all good. But Sal Fasano was the man.
Oh my
He was like the
gosh.
Alejandro Kirk before Kirk. You know, just didn't look like he should be an athlete. But the dude was a
Yeah.
beast.
All right.
You know?
Okay. So that's your favorite Philly of all time. Wow.
All time. No doubt about it.
All right, Devin, you can go, then I'll go, and then we'll hit the Dodgers. Still gotta hit the Dodgers, and then we'll parlay that.
Nah, I like
Who's
the
your
trade.
favorite Philly? No, who's your favorite Philly?
Oh, my favorite Philly.
Who's your favorite
Shane
Philly?
Victorino was my favorite Philly growing
A
up.
flying
Good pick.
Hawaiian.
Yep. Great
You know
pick.
what's
Great
crazy?
pick.
There's a place
Uh.
called the Bluefin. I sponsor a little league team across the street from where my shop is. The guy's kid was on my team and was talking to me like, yeah, he comes into my restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Number
awesome.
eight's number eight's my favorite number, so like I was naturally attracted to it. I played in the outfield in high school and stuff like that. So yeah, I like Shane Victorino. He was my dude.
Nice. Good pick. All right, Corliss, who's yours?
Got to chase.
Yeah.
Philly.
All right.
The
right.
first, the innovator of second base, like turning it into a power position. The first real power hitter. Dropped a grand slam in his third at bat in the MLB.
So you say Mickey
Sure.
Morandini wasn't a power hitter?
No, you can't say that he was.
or Juan Samuel? Was he a second baseman too? I forget if he played second base or not. But no, good choices there,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, I
Good
got good
choices. All right, last one on the list. Scooble over to the Dodgers. I think it's freaking phenomenal by the Dodgers.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. They get to put Roki. You're putting Roki Sasaki in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Let's just say that out loud. And,
Yep.
what he
And not
did,
even-
he killed it for them in the bullpen in the playoffs last year. So
And like once again, it's just the Dodgers need him. No, did they pay a lot for him? Yes.
do
They get to
care?
keep him
No.
away from everybody else, though. Like, you look at any other player, it was all NL teams that, like, wanted him. When it was like, oh, who's going to go? Like, the Brewers were a team that were high on him. Like, he kept them away from all the big players in the East. And rich get richer. Salary cap's got to come. All signs are pointing towards a lockout next year, which, like, so be it. I'm tired of seeing it. They need to do something.
I mean, I take the approach with the salary cap, like
I got a salary cap. Take
It's-
for it.
it's like it's in every other major sport, right? So like I don't know, you would just think that, I mean, I get it. Listen, like these guys, like they want to get paid and they want to, you know, like Bryce Harper talks about he wants to protect future stars and stuff like that. Like, but I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's hurt the sport. I mean, it really has. Like, and I just look at these other leagues, they've been able to make it work. Why can't baseball? But
And the
The
deferring
guys will still get their
contracts.
money.
yeah.
These guys are
They'll
deferring contracts for 20, 30 years. I don't want to see no 50-year contracts. Like, get out of here with that crap.
Do you not like the Bobby Bonilla Day?
I'm tired of hearing about it. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
it was
it's
cute
gotten
the first
old.
couple of years.
Yeah, but they started to precedent and then they let it go on, and now they're gonna keep using that loophole. If there's a loophole, you're gonna use it. I don't care what sport,
Yeah.
It's just
whatever it is.
like
There's a loophole, you can beat the system. You're gonna beat it.
the Dodgers' current team. Like, they owe $50 million through 2060 for their guys. Like, it's stupid.
But what's the difference between doing that and like what the NFL does? They just dump all their money up front. They're still putting out the same amount of money. but they're giving them like a guaranteed signing bonus, but they're just not. It makes. I think it makes more sense to business wise if they spread it out rather than just. The Atlanta just gave Robinson 3 years, 75 mil, something like 30, 31 or 39 million guaranteed up front. Come on. If he gets hurt and takes a dump, their investment's just totally shot then. So does it really matter? They're still dumping the same amount of money. It's just spread over different years. So, I mean, salary cap doesn't really do anything.
I think it stops from some of this, though. I think it stops from some of these, a little bit of some of like the Scooble going to the Dodgers and some of the other stuff. Like, I mean, it has to, like, by sheer, like, I agree that it might not make that much of a big difference. And I'm also like, I don't know if you guys have heard the theories about the owners, like, pushing some of this stuff so this finally breaks because they need the salary cap, like some hidden agendas back there. But like, is baseball really making a ton of money right now? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of bad franchises with empty
the collective
stadiums.
bargaining agreement. The collective bargaining agreement.
No, but I mean, like,
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
the sport as a whole. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know the numbers. Like, I don't know. Like.
Seems like they're trying to market it more.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're making more money, but like the Field of Dreams, like the like all that, like it seems like they're trying to market it more.
How about this? How about this when it comes to the salary cap? How about a minimum? How about a minimum you got to spend? Because of this collective bargaining agreement, these other teams don't have to spend as much. Oh, well, the Yankees can make my money for me.
But I think that's
bargaining agreement, you can do that.
I think that's
So
part of it. Like you have to have
like 16 teams out of the league don't even try to put something out
And is
there?
that why teams dump when they know they're not in it? Is that why they dump? Because do you see this in the NFL? I mean, do teams really just dump their team if they know they're not making the playoffs in the last month of the season? Not really. But it's baseball. It's a thing. Like Nick said, they can dump their salary and know they're still getting that luxury tax from Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers. Are the Phillies paying the luxury tax? They probably are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That was what the whole. That's why it kind of like ticked me off when they traded Strom over $7 million when they were already over the cap.
Yeah.
And then you had to go look for relief pitching at the trade deadline. That's like the biggest one thing I didn't bring up when we were talking about the Phillies. Yeah, I understand he's having a bad year out there, but City makes people feel at home, and he felt home here, and them let him go over $7 million just didn't feel right. And then
mental's a big thing in the game.
If you're happy,
especially baseball,
you're focused in. But yeah, like I was saying about this salary cap, man. Why are these teams supposed to have to put out a certain amount?
No, it's a good point.
Why do they need? Why do they get to sit back? Why do they get to sit back and collect the dividends from another team and put out a crap product?
But if you're a team like, I don't even know, like the Tigers for dumping Scooble. If you can't compete with the Dodgers, so as it is, like, why pay?
Yeah,
they're in the American League. One, let's start there. Two,
they were in the
hunt for the playoffs. They have a good chance of making the playoffs, and you trade two of your best pitchers.
But that's it. Like if they're not good enough to win it all, like why even make the playoffs?
That's
like it's
packing it in and going home. Is that what you're telling me? Is like just pack it in and go. All right, you know what? We're two out at the.
I think that's
our two best pitchers.
I think that's what these teams are doing. That's what I think
that's how it's set
part
up.
of it. Yeah, I think without a salary cap, like all the other sports, like there's minimums for the rookies coming in. Like they have to make this much, and it's like baseball has none of that.
And that's
I think
by
there's
round.
A lot to
remember that. That's by round that they're drafted in.
Yeah, but it's
where
like
they get drafted and how many years of their contract, what round they get drafted in dictates how many years they get a contract.
Yeah, but it's just like one of those, like you're seeing the prospects now, like JJ Weatherholt, like just got his big deal. Like those guys, to me, like you bring in a salary cap, like those guys got drafted. in the pros within a year or two anyway. Like they just need to be. I think they should be elevated to a certain contract and not have to like be given that contract. I think
All
it
right,
has to
so
be like baked in.
of all the trades, okay, all the trades, who are you going after card wise? Who's your best investment from any of these guys who got traded? Who are you going to go after? Okay, Devin, go ahead.
I mean it's tough. I'm not like card wise not overly strong on any of them necessarily. I think, truthfully, it might be one of the guys we didn't talk about. Dodgers gave up 3 top 100 prospects to go get Scooble.
Yeah.
They got 2 good outfielders and one of the top pitching prospects, but Zaire Hope was one of the outfielders that the Dodgers gave up. Apparently, a lot of people are very high on him. So now you're sending him from a team that's like stacked to a team that like he might be able to get called up right on. Might be one of the guys we didn't talk about. I would go with Zaire Hope.
Okay.
Talk about some of the Chrome prospects and that hold value.
Nick, would you go after anybody or just pretty much hold?
I'm a holder. I don't like. You can get Scooble, but I don't know. A lot of people are like the Philly area when it comes to cards. It's I want him in my uniform. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I get that.
yeah.
Dan, anybody on your radar?
No, I mean, I thought the prospect point was a great point. Like,
That's something you should definitely go after is the guys that got traded around in the process.
because now, like Devin said, like they're going from a team where, you know, there was a few people in front of them to now they could get that quick call up and make like a quick impact in a couple months here down the stretch. Like, I mean, yeah, like Scooble, like some of these other guys, like Adley, like, yeah, people like to see him in their uniform. I agree with that. I mean, and especially if they do well in the postseason, it'll be nice to have. But I think it's just investment wise, it's maybe best to go after some of the unknown a little bit at a cheaper price.
All right, winners and losers, team wise. Okay, Nick, who's your winners? Who's your loser?
Oh, my winner we didn't even talk about was the Chicago Cubs.
All right, why?
Hold on, let me get to that page. There it is. Dude, the Cubs have a great lineup. Their defense is awesome, so they didn't have to touch any of that. And they went and got 3 nice arms. A sinker baller to help bridge to their bullpen, to their closer. Nice low ball pitcher, gets a lot of ground outs, can eat up innings. And yeah, lefty and a righty. So they did what they needed to do.
Yeah, I would say so.
Losers, I'm going with a close to hometown guy, a fellow Eagles fan and season ticket holder, Mr. Michael Trout. I don't know if they're losers if he's choosing to stay there or not. Like, this was probably the prime time for him to move and for him to waive his no trade clause, because I know he has a no trade clause. So to me, it has to be him wanting to be there. And I'll give my player wise losers. I feel like it's a loss for him. If he gave them the option to go out and move him and they didn't, I feel like they failed him for him sticking out for that long. Now he's going to be through another rebuild. And like getting rid of him in the offseason is always tough. We know that because everybody worries about him getting hurt.
Do you think the Phillies, if he was on the market, do you think the Phillies would really want him?
110%.
Think so?
Yeah, I think Dombrowski would have
seats.
He would have had a choice because of that. One, he would hear it from the stands. We want Trout. We want Trout. You know how we get at games. We want Trout. We want Trout. He's from here. He's a diehard Eagles fan. And you're already over, like we said, you're already over the cap. You might as well go. Like, if you're not going to go get a pitcher, bring me Mike Trout. At least do something. There's some kind of spark in that. I think they picked up some outfielder who's hitting like 245 in 20 games played this year. That was like their one pickup, bat-wise.
All right. Makes sense. So I'll go next. My winners, believe it or not, it's the Tigers. They hit the hard reset buttons. What they did. They're looking a few years down the line. I think they got the most bang for their buck. I don't think they were planning on. They weren't going to win it all and make the big run this year. So they figured, let's hard reset this thing and let's go 3-4 years down the road. I think that's what they did. My losers, hometown team, the Phillies, because I think their most needed spot was the bullpen, and I don't think they got enough to get there. I think they got better, but I don't think they had enough to get there. So, hate to say it, but I think the Phillies' run is over. Just don't feel it. Just don't feel it. They're a few years too late.
Sixers last week. Now the Phillies this week.
I really think the Phillies are 2 years too late. I really do. I think they're 2 years too late.
That's not a good thing because we ain't got young cats running around that infield. And you think about it, they just moved everybody around in that infield.
How many years has everyone been saying, "Oh, this is the Phillies. If they don't do it this year, they're not going to do it." We've been saying that for like the last 4 years. They still haven't done it yet. So I think their time's done. I don't think they did what they need to do to get better, really better in the spot they needed to really get better in. I just don't see it. So, and like Nick said before, they don't have a 4 or a 5. So. All right, Big Hoff, you're up, buddy.
So the winners, my winner is actually off the field. My winner is the Philadelphia Phillies clubhouse, the morale. I think that the guys, you see Bryce Harper, a superstar, willing to change his position. I can't even say it with a straight face.
Was he not a right fielder
exactly,
before?
I was about to say.
Was he not a right fielder?
You're
asking him if he's going to be like a second baseman or something like that, or shortstop.
Listen, all right. Listen, but
morale.
No, listen. In all seriousness, I do think that it shows that these guys know like it's desperation time. Multiple guys are getting moved around, different positions. Like there's different. Corliss, don't do it. I see you getting ready to say something. Don't do it. I saw you tap those headphones. Don't do it, Corliss. All right. You can rip me afterwards. Hold on.
Everybody's gonna move around. Why didn't Trey Turner go back to the outfield?
Rip him now.
Balls.
So then,
went to short.
Is Stott going to be a really good third baseman?
No, he should have went to short.
Yeah, you know what stinks for Stott on a side note is I really think, and maybe this is a homer opinion, I think Stott would have been like in contention for a Gold Glove at second base this year. You look at his numbers. Like if you actually, I want you guys to go after this because I know Wentz, Hoskins, Tobias Harris, we can't listen to Dan. All right, go you.
Very true.
You go look and you tell me he doesn't. And then my losers are, I mean, I just don't know what Milwaukee was thinking with that trade to Pittsburgh. I mean, that was one of their cornerstones of the pen, but maybe they know something I don't. So,
well, couldn't he still win the Gold Glove even if he doesn't finish the season?
So I'm actually.
I was about to say, how many games is it? Does anybody know?
So I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if it has to be like, but he is actually Stott has been having a very good defensive year. He has. But I was looking at some of the numbers today, and like I said, my credibility's under fire recently. But that's just the facts that he's been playing well on the defensive end.
I'll give him that.
So,
I think Devin's looking up stats. He looks like he's.
I was just scrolling through some of the overall trades, just trying to see who actually did all what.
Clubhouse.
Wow.
No, listen. I like that answer.
Yeah, come on.
Listen, I would have if I was going to say
it's a great answer to make yourself sleep at night that they actually did something to make yourself happy.
I would have said one of my winners is Trey Turner, man. The guy's getting all this crap in the world, saying how they're going to make a trade. Guy's going to have to move off shortstop. Dude's hanging tough. Got a little
All right.
belief behind him. I think Trey Turner's. I think the whole clubhouse is a winner. You look
Yeah.
at Baum, you look at Stott. They could have traded one of them. Like,
Yes,
it
sir,
wasn't-
Devin.
Yeah, it wasn't just a given that we were gonna make an infield, like make a trade and not get rid of one of them. Baum's been on the trade block for how many years now? It seems. Stott, yeah, like Stott.
Nobody wants him.
Obviously, Stott has a lot of potential. Yeah, like good glove. I'm cool with it. I kind of wish that they could figure something out with trade, but dude's also a Gold Glover too. Like case of the yips. Like I'm not saying that like he's gonna come back to All Star form, but it's not far fetched per se that he's gonna come back to form.
Who,
I like
Bo?
the Phillies.
No, Trey Turner.
No,
Turner is
Trey.
short.
Oh, Turner. Okay.
Yeah, Bohm's already a stud.
Now what?
Uh,
What? Is that
yeah,
a hot
Bohm's
take?
Bohm's
Stud?
Nah, stud, bro.
Yep.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a pretty good looking dude. Oh, you talking
Yeah,
about
man.
player?
Whoa.
He pulls them in. But nah, like I'll get
That's-
behind it. I think
That's
obviously
a power
the-
hitting
like,
first baseman right there.
if no one else is gonna say it, Dodgers.
Yeah.
They're a winner. No matter how the rich get richer. Scooble going there. I mean that gives them a powerhouse lineup, especially in the playoffs. Like you got 5 starting pitchers that could be 8, like a 1 on probably half the teams in the league.
Yep.
I would say the losers, just some of the teams that just didn't make trades at all. You look at the whole American League, the Yankees, Tampa Bay Rays, the Rangers, none of them really made moves at all that I felt could do anything to get them closer to the next step of competing with the Dodgers, even if you make the World Series.
Yeah.
No one out for them.
What was up with that, Devin? What was there was just felt like there was nothing happening on that side.
Yeah, like the Yankees, like I said, I heard that they were interested in Adley. They just couldn't compete with the Boston's offer. I think they trade for Helio Ramos from the Giants, and they got somebody else, Luis Garcia, something like that. But nothing too crazy. I don't know. It was weird. I
It
just
is
think
weird,
that
yeah.
for a team that made the World Series last year, once again, with all the money in the world, you would think that you would attempt to try making your team better, and I think they missed the mark.
Maybe they know they can't make them good enough. So
Yeah.
why dump everything? Just
That's the first
You know?
year the Yankees have actually been quiet at the trade deadline.
Yeah, just
man.
hold
I was
pat
thinking
and-
about that. Yeah.
ride the wave. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's usually market movers every year, and we're talking about the Dodgers stacking a powerhouse. Let's go back in the years over the last 20 years how the Yankees literally
It's-
ran the AL East against Dodgers
It's
and
just
NL
they
West.
just called up Lombard from AAA, and then it's you trade for 2 more outfielders. So how many outfielders does the team need? You got Trent Grisham
Exactly.
that they just signed to a new contract. Judge is there. I know Stan's basically DH now, but I just don't understand what these teams do with all these guys. I just think if you're gonna, especially if you have faith to call in a prospect, you should be moving somebody down or have the room to trade an outfielder to go get a different piece, and they did not. And then I would just say the rest of the NL, the Scooble loser wise, that Scooble trade puts everybody else at disadvantage. Brewers, Phillies, Braves were very quiet. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
So, guys, we got some comments rolling in here on Instagram. One person, JP, is absolutely infatuated with Bryson Stott and says that he is going to be great wherever you put him on the diamond.
No.
Okay. And then 2 other people, the viewers are calling. They want Brock. Apparently, we're boring them. So they want to know where Brock is. Brock's outside playing right now. He says, I want to be a kid for a little bit. So he'll be when the weather's bad. That's when Brock jumps on.
That was to do. Oh yeah, I got
Yep.
you. Got you
Yep.
back tonight.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, you always have to say allegedly because you never
Yeah.
know who's out there or what's going to do. So, Any parting shots here, guys?
No, just
It's all morale, baby. Let's go.
yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about morale?
Knock
When
it
I was
off,
watching
bro.
last week's episode, when Dan called me Mr. NBA because he had all of his little comments because Dan thinks he's a basketball coach, and that just
I mean, I am a basketball coach.
you are, but it thinks it you make think that you know more about the NBA than some other people in this room. That's just
No, I just
because we didn't agree with you. Just because we didn't agree with you, Dan.
No, listen, I'm just saying I'm very confident they're going to win it all. And
Good.
you basically have the field against the Sixers.
All right. Will Minnesota Timberwolves win it all, Dan?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you're taking the field against Minnesota.
No, that is not the same thing.
It's the same thing. I just think that the Sixers aren't going to win. I don't know who's going to win. I could care less really who does.
If Minnesota had LeVar Ball on their team and not LaMelo,
Yes,
I would take
exactly.
him.
That is true. His 2 points. He gave us that info
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
I would take him.
I just want you excited. I want you on board. I want you I think that's what it comes down to.
Dan, I'm a show me the baby type of guy.
I have one more
Yeah.
parting shot that I forgot to say about the whole salary thing. So we noticed with LeBron coming to Philly, obviously it's on Front Street. What the veteran minimum is to play in the NBA is $4 million. $4 million play 82 games. You got guys like Jordan Walker out there, top of the league, playing 162 games for $800,000.
Yeah.
Yep. And he made I think he made more money winning the home run derby than he's making on his contract. And that's where I think it needs to be baked in, where it's like especially if you.
That's where it goes. That's where it goes back to teams not spending their minimum. They're not even. Some of these teams aren't even spending their minimum. They're getting by on what they on scraping by and then taking their money from other places. It's just not how it should be done either. So there's got to be a happy medium in there where you got to spend a much, but you can't spend over this much.
Yep. All right, Devin, plug your site.
Roth's Razzes. Got a lot going on there. Gonna be doing some repack breaks. Got bunch of Razzes every day, so give us a follow.
You got any shows coming up? Or are you taking a month off?
We're off till August 29th. August 28th and 29th. Me and Corliss both were sponsoring a show in Allentown, Lehigh Valley Sports Factory. So it's a Friday night and Saturday show.
Nice. Corliss?
Yeah, Corliss Cards, 2117 West Main Street, Jeffersonville, PA, 19403. There Wednesday through Sunday. CorlissCards.com.
So Pals will be down on Saturday and Sunday. We'll be down at University of Delaware at that show. We'll GMO there on Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yep. Brock and I will be there on Sunday. So stop by, see us down at University of Delaware. And then we got a few little ones coming up. We have a Thursday night show. Dan's running that bad boy.
Yeah.
At Island, we're calling it Thursday Night Live. Out at Island Pizza, we're going to give that a run to see how that goes. Dan will be our guy there.
Maybe
we'll be there.
Two tables left.
Yeah, I got to work. I got to work that night. Yep, we got 2 tables left. They sold pretty quick. So if you're interested, jump on the site, our treasure site. We'll put the links in this. You can go on there and check it out. So, that's all we got for tonight, guys. So everybody out there, from all of us here, keep collecting. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
See everybody.
Take care.